Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. And you may notice my voice is a little bit off. I have a bit of a sore throat going on at the moment, but I wanted to continue to record. But if I sound a little different, that's why. So, we are back with some more Phyrexia All Will Be One draft. We're going to just... this is quick draft, so does bot draft, so just pick what we want and roll with it. I haven't actually played with this Voidwing hybrid in draft, interestingly enough. You know, it's one of the archetypes that I have not done a lot of. I've done a lot of like green-white toxic, black-white toxic, a lot of very aggressive strategies. Red blue oil I've played a couple of times. In terms of draft success, you know, I generally find the big stuff is very good. This is committing a lot to a pack one, pick one. But this is the kind of card that seems very good. And the rest of this pack is not screaming out pick me at all. Like, nothing here is really gonna pop on its own, if you will. The only other thing that we could look at is Seachrome, and because I don't have any. I'm gonna take the Voidwing. Let's see if we can make Dimir work. Shoulder's Edict's very good. And this is where you go like, oh, I sort of committed myself to a blue-black build with my pack one, pick one, because like now we see the good evolving adaptive is very good, viral spawning is very good, Flensing Raptor is very good, and like a green-white toxic build. Whereas like we're picking a removal spell, which is fine, but like if this wasn't here, our next best card is like a Chrome Prowler or an Experimental Augury, which is just not very good in my opinion. Anoint with Affliction is very nice though. Prologue here. Could also take like the Pestilent. So this is very much like committing to pack one, to the pick one here. So Planar Disruption is probably the best card here if you're still not sure what you want to be doing. That's probably what you'd want to go for. Or Basilica Skull Bomb, but probably the Planar Disruption. I'm gonna take this Bone Picker Scourge. See if we can get like a... See if we can make this thing work, right? We are gonna be playing a bit of a slower deck if we do this, so like cards like Feed the Infection are okay. And the Dross Pits is sort of okay. Yeah, let's Feed the Infection. Inquiry. Prism, though it seems to be rather heavy on the take this Strider because it's what we've got. We are definitely not supposed to be playing blue-black, because the bots are picking it. Never mind. I revise everything I said. Spell Dancer is like... Okay, we're gonna get a Thrumming Bird here. That's very nice. We could also take the Vraska's Fall, but I think the Thrumming Bird's probably better. Serum Snare. Not really a Skitterfang build here. This pack is like fire. Like Hexgull Slash, Skitterfang. Snare's pretty good. I think this Fuseling's pretty good. Oh, hey, look. A card that pays us off for Proliferate. The Blight Billy Rat is also very tempting. I'm gonna take a rat here. We're very heavy on twos. Like, very heavy on twos. I'm going to take the Experimental Augury, though, over something else. Yet another two? Or this thing? Your Convert's pretty solid, but we'll take the Hive Master. Have something to just... Other people, we're probably not running that. Glistener Seer is good. Block in all those early pieces of junk. Take a Curator. That thing, but I don't want to play it. Dune Mover's okay. And I will give up principles here. I will just take this thing. Alright. I will take a Skitterfang here. We had better options the first time Skitterfang showed up, but here it's just, there's nothing better than Skitterfang. Alright, and that justifies the pick of a... Seacrum Ghost, and what have you. We'll take a second hybrid, I guess. Okay. Paladin and Aspirant are both very good. I think we're flooded on twos, so we're going to take the Paladin. This card is too slow. It's just too slow. It doesn't matter that we're like the Proliferate deck or whatever. It's too slow. We'll take this Transplant Theorist over that. Take a 2/5. That's looking like everything for us, so we'll take the uncommon. to go that emergence. I'm not like super thrilled to be running it, but we can run it and not be upset about it. I'll take a gladiator. Draws pits. Both of those cards sort of justify themselves now based on the Kaya. Cut the gladiator, it's not doing enough for us. One of these chrome prowlers. That's not really taking us to the next level. Theorist can go. One of these prologues will get cut. This Meldweb Strider can go. I'm going to cut Feed the Infection. Again, like, so I'm very much of the opinion that this format is just too fast for Kaya to actually be a good card. Like, this looks like an amazing card. It looks like a card that comes down and wins. But every time I've played it, I've been seriously disappointed. And the mana issues that I've had have been more of a problem than the games that this has won for me. Let's cut another Chrome Prowler. Run it like this. See what happens. We do have a duel, and we have Terramorphic and some other fixing, so it should be okay. Like, we shouldn't. I'll take a white source here. Just a car, sure. Excellent. I am more afraid of their creature than... Well, we're playing a tap land either way, so might as well run this out. Excellent. All right, that's ideal for us because it means that they spent their trick as okay, so whatever we're doing here, we're spending 4 mana. We don't have double black, so we would. So I could play Scheming Aspirant and Voidwing Hybrid, but I would have to play the Swamp to do that, and then I'd be going to and playing a Terramorphic next turn. Or I could just play this Anatomist and the Terramorphic and not tap this thing. What the heck was that? What did I time out? Oh, I clicked the pass turn button, that's why. Big dummy. Any trick and we die like this. But this is just sacking all the value, sacking everything. Oh my god, Auto Tapper. Auto Tapper just screwed me. Auto Tapper just literally screwed me. We were dead anyway. You know, that draw, it's very unlikely that they have nothing going forward, and we need to be able to actually stabilize against that equipment, which we really can't do. But we could have survived one more turn, is what you know, is the thing there, like. Wonderful. Immediately into a mirror. Okay. So this is just going to be an absolute shit show as to who has the better set of cards. So if we prologue and draw a blue source, we can play like the Thrumming Bird. Okay, it's not a blue source, but it is a land, so it does justify the draw spell over something else. All right. This is pretty good for us. And there's the blue source, okay. So... Atlas. Oh, come on, man. If you had the thing, you would have just fired it off immediately. They don't actually have a spell here. They just have their... Oh. Oh boy, am I glad that we drew 4 cards there. If we didn't, we would have literally died. Yeah. Just absolute total and immediate annihilation is what we would have faced down there. It did hurt us pretty badly to draw 4, but we need to stop on their end step because I need to be able to tap this Atlas. It looks like they drew a removal spell. It's probably the Bone Shards style effect. Which for them would make sense to play for 5 here. Okay, or that. That's also a card that they could have. This is a really dramatic flood. If it weren't for the fact that we had drawn so many cards this game, This flood would be... Okay, yeah, you can do it too. My thing is now a 4-1, so I don't know why you're spending all that time doing that, but sure. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad because they get to proliferate or not. So they definitely should have just proliferated there. Like, it doesn't make sense not to for them. They have blockers for everything that we have, and then the proliferate gets them a free spell copy and ups this Ichor synthesizer. Like, not copying there is weird. This looks like the -4/-4 removal spell is what they're looking at, but I could be wrong. Holy crap. They have a second Blue Sun's Twilight. They have a second Blue Sun's Twilight. What is this? I am just absolutely blown away. I mean, I need to draw Kaya. And leverage our life total to take this thing to the next level, but... Wow. Cool. And it's very easy to say, like, oh yeah, you should have just, you know, held back, relaxed, and I'm not. Oh my god, what is this? I mean, that's something. All right. Sometimes you get all the lands. Sometimes you get all the lands. That's just straight up not okay. And this is what I'm saying about the mana screwing us up. Right, like if we had a blue source here, we would blue source on one, Glistener Seer, but as it stands, it's a white source, so we're doing nothing on turn one. Alright, this Aspirin should be able to, it should deter the Sawblade Scamp. Sure, that's a thing. And we're still struggling because we didn't draw a blue source. We'll just get rid of the 3/3 here. I said token, sir. And pass. Yep. I mean, you can hit me with it, you can tap it, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. I am desperately trying to keep my cool here. Just gonna pass. Just gonna pass. There's a blue source. 2-4-1. 2-4-1. Do they have another one? That's the one thing about quick draft is the decks are ridiculously consistent. It's so funny. Oh no, okay, they have something else which just makes it even more ridiculous. Sure, that's fine. We got 2 things out of their hand now, so that's not the worst.
If there can be no victory, then I will fight forever.
Please just uptick. Please just uptick. I'm gonna blow a little literal gasket. Like my head will freaking explode.
Mirrodin, lend me your flame! Retake this land from Phyrexia. I'm unbreakable. I'll shake the earth itself. It's retreat then.
This is fine. You know, totally fine. Okay, well, we can do Spell Dancer, Curator. And we're going to get back this Edict. I mean, they can cough down to kill the Curator, and then we block the Furnace Strider with the Glistener Seer because we have to. Okay, so they also have a haste 3/1. Does that change the equation? I don't think so.
Mercy reserved. Phyrexia deserves none.
I was chumping regardless this turn, so. Sure.
Built you to slag.
Yep. So then I guess in theory we should have played the Dune Mover instead. Because we knew the Meldweb Curator was going down. And we might have to... Well, there was no way to know, and I guess... the assumption was that they weren't going to have something else. Block here, block here. Decline this trigger. So it's just getting a mountain next turn. What's the clock that's going to let me kill them, basically, is the question. I guess we leave... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave the Voidwing hybrid back to block, because we can get that back with the Thrumming Bird every turn. And we're just going to go face. We're going to go... And if they block with that Saw Blade Scamp, that's great for me. Because that's all their reach is gone. All their, extended damage is gone. We can edict the Koth if we have to.
Mirrodin is our land.
Can we poison them out? There's a question. I think it's too dangerous to do that. So what we're going to do, we are going to edict away this Koth. Yeah, we can lethal them next turn if we bounce. Okay, the Sprinter. Alright. Yeah, we could bounce the Sprinter now. That's good. They put the oil on the Sprinter. Yeah, okay. That has 3 or less, and we will tick them up. Kill them. Okay. No. Yeah, just have to play super optimally. Sure. Sure. Uh, we don't need the white sources until very late. So what I'm going to do here is get a black source. Or blue source. I guess. Yeah, I guess blue's more prudent. Let's go with that. Rat immediately proved wrong. Um, so the Skitterfang is much better to just give evasion with. We don't really need it at this point, but we can. And we drew both planes. I don't know why it's tapping like that. Like, Auto Tapper has started to really suck of late. Yeah, let's just do this now. We're gonna give the rat vigilance. So we're in a not great spot here. Again, it. Yes, we will take this. What we're going to do is we are going to fly the rat. Okay. Yeah, that was apparently just too much annoyance for them to handle. We were going to fly the rat, smack him in the face, and drain him out with this thing. But they very much were still in this game, right? Like, we're hitting them for 2 this turn. We'll lead on the Terramorphic. We'll crack it for black. While opponent runs us over. We don't need another white source. We're just going to get a second blue source here because we have the white source in the Phyrexian Atlas. Play this Raptor and pass. Solid defensive body. Hopefully this can stabilize us, and then they'll start making beasts, and that'll be fine. I'm just going to block. Okay. Well, at least we took the trick. This is just rough. And, like, this isn't going to be enough to come down and win us the game either. Right? So we're going to augury first. We're going to go find a land, hopefully, to get us the Kaya next turn. It might just be that Anoint is better, though. Like, these two cards... I'm gonna take the Anoint. I think the Anoint is better. Because we'll draw a land eventually, but... I'm gonna play this Curator. Rebuy the Snare. Sure. Oh, cool. Wonderful. Awesome. Great. Fantastic. So we're just getting punched in the face for 1 billion damage. So we anoint this now. Because we have to, otherwise it just annihilates us. I mean, it's still going to annihilate us. There's absolutely nothing we can do about this throne. I don't know what in the world they're thinking for. Like, they're in the most brain dead position. Like, you can literally turn off your brain here, buddy. Yeah, just pure insanity from opponents. But that's quick draft, so you know stuff happens. Um, Again, I was just very disappointed with Kaya. Like, having a 7 drop in your deck is just not good in this format. It is so aggressive. Everyone is so aggressive. The problems that having the Kaya in your deck in the early game causes don't compensate for its strength in the late game at all. They don't. In a different format, that card would be like the creme de la creme, the most amazing thing you've ever seen. But in this format, it's not. Like, it's good. It's not bad, but you have to be in like a black white control deck. You cannot be playing or a very solid like Abzan deck. Because if it causes any problems at all with your mana, you will lose. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time, probably with another one of these, because I gotta get some stuff done, and this is easy content, so see you next time.